What is going on, guys? This is your boy Dollar Taker here, bringing you another YouTube video. Today we're going to talk about what happened over the past couple days with me. Yesterday I was on my way home from work. I just gotten a phone call from my fiance saying that her mom was going to the hospital because she thought she had a blood clot in her arm. So I left work about an hour early, and I get about a couple miles down the road, and I end up getting into a car accident. I'm okay. I'm out with a lot of scratches and bruises, and my car got totaled, so we're gonna be looking for a new car here soon. But basically, what had happened, I was going through an intersection, and on her side of the intersection, she had a green light, but it was a green left turn yield light, so it was kind of use your best judgment on whenever you can go left. And I guess she thought she was gonna beat me and make it through. But I got about halfway through the intersection and she kind of slammed on her gas and hit me in the side of my car, thinking she was going to make it past me, maybe. I'm really not too sure. And she spun me around a couple times. And when I got the car to a complete stop, all I could smell was gunpowder, from the airbags deploying. And I was enraged. Like, I've only had this car for about 2 months. I just paid, about $1,000 on taxes for the car to get the plates. And, month and a half, 2 months later, the car's totaled. I'm never going to be able to drive that car again. So, I'm getting out. I'm screaming and hollering, not at her, but, at myself for getting into the wreck, even though it wasn't my fault. I seen people running from several directions coming to make sure I was okay, so that was awesome. Like I said, I had a really bad shoulder pain. Where she had hit me, it hit me directly where my shoulder was lying on the door, and luckily the airbag on the door window deployed and it padded it a little bit, so it didn't break anything. It just bruised really bad, and then, like, it still hurts as of like right now. Obviously, the wreck was less than 24 hours ago, so I end up calling the cops, and the cops get down there within maybe not even 5 minutes. It was probably about 2 to 3 minutes. Everyone was calling the cops for me, making sure I was okay, asking if I was okay. And the lady, she was on the other side of the intersection, so we never actually talked or anything. I never really knew who she was. I never actually seen her face or anything. And about 2 to 3 minutes later, a couple cop cars pull up, and then right behind the cop cars comes an ambulance and a fire truck, and there's parts everywhere. The tire and the rear axle was off of the car completely. I'll show a picture of it for you guys. I'll throw up a couple pictures for you guys so you guys can see the car. But basically, like I said, the rear axle fell off along with the tire. The suspension on the left driver's side fell off. The whole car on the left side is just completely dented in. I could barely open the back door to get some of my stuff out of there after I got discharged from the hospital. So it was very scary for me. Probably one of the scariest things I ever encountered. Luckily for me, I'm a bigger guy, so it didn't really hurt me as bad as it would have if I was a lot smaller. And luckily I was wearing my seatbelt, so that should be an incentive for everybody to wear their seatbelt. If I wouldn't have worn my seatbelt, I probably would have been knocked out in that wreck and been a way worse situation than I am now. So I'm glad that that's one of the first things I do when I get in the car is I always buckle up. So the cops come over and they question me, and they're asking my name, my full name, my address, stuff, and normal police report stuff that you got to answer when you have a wreck. And at the same time, I'm on the phone, I'm calling my fiance, I'm letting her know what's going on. Same time, I'm holding my shoulder, I'm screaming. It was just a whole bad situation. But when the ambulance got there, they told me that they were gonna take me by ambulance because from the damages on the car and the way things should have turned out, it should have been a lot worse. And so they took me by an ambulance. They put me on a stretcher and whatnot, and we get into the ambulance and we get to the hospital, and I'm in the room. My back is just aching like extremely bad. It was hurting so bad. My top left shoulder was just in so much pain, and I was starting to feel a little pain in my neck, not on my spinal cord, but on the left and right sides of my neck. But basically, I'm in there, and then I get a officer come in, and he talks to me a little bit about the wreck, and he basically says that she was at fault and that I need to draw a picture or something like that and send it in to get the insurance to okay everything. After he gets out of there, I'd say about 25 minutes later, because I work about an hour and a half from where I live. My fiance shows up. I'm calling my mom. I'm calling my dad. I'm calling my boss. I'm calling one of my friends, one or two of my friends. I'm calling my brother. I'm just letting them know everything's going on. And basically, what my boss said, he said, take as much time you need off work. Whenever you feel better, just let me know. So, I imagine I'll probably be out of work for about a week, week and a half, recovering. I'm gonna try to get a lot of rest while I'm not at work, but it feels really good to sit up, not lay down. It's kind of nice. So basically, what I'm gonna do over this next week and a half is I'm just gonna sleep. I'm gonna play my video games a little bit, not too long, because it kind of hurts to sit down in a chair for a long period of time. It also hurts to lay down for a long period of time. So I'm kind of trying to move every once in a while just to get everything flowing in my body. But I'm not trying to make this video too long. So if you could you leave a like for me, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more Call of Duty content. Peace.